There seems to be little doubt that Wushu of China brings a unique educational and cultural experience to this country. And the tour's not over yet. From here, it's on to New York and then Washington. Nancy Herr, ABC News, San Francisco. The 32-member troupe is made up of men, women, and even children, all experts in Wushu, translation, traditional Chinese sports. In China, Wushu is something almost everyone does, similar to our intramural sports or neighborhood baseball games. It's encouraged by the government of the People's Republic as a means of cultivating agility, stamina, and strength. Wushu incorporates dance, acrobatics, and the almost 2,000-year-old tradition of Chinese military arts.
Fantastic, absolutely incredible. It's great.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, you probably won't again for a long time.
I was born and raised in China, so I really appreciate that. Makes me not only homesick and proud as ever to be a Chinese.
Next item, 2 sex. Yen. Next section will be performed by Chu Fan Jian. Performed by Li Ken Hang. Mantis boxing combines the movements of the playing mantis with the traditional techniques of
There seems to be little doubt that Wushu of China brings a unique educational and cultural experience to this country, and the tour's not over yet. From here, it's on to New York and then Washington. In San Francisco, there seems to be little doubt that Wushu of China brings a unique educational and cultural experience to this country, and the tour's not over yet. From here, it's on to New York and then Washington. Nancy Herr, ABC News, San Francisco. There seems to be little doubt that Wushu of China brings a unique educational and cultural experience to this country, and the tour's not over yet. From here, it's on to New York and then Washington. Nancy Herr, ABC News, San Francisco.
That intensive course was in spring.
Okay, Jan, basically I think we'll discuss more or less the same things that you and Jim talked about.
That's fine.
Their impressions of America, the kind of reception they've received from the Chinese communities. Of course, this group has only gone to Honolulu, right? How about they've been in San Francisco, what, a day?
Day and a half.
Yeah. But have Chinese leaders here made an effort to... Jan, this group has not been in America very long. They just came from Honolulu, but what so far have been their initial impressions of America?
I think they've been very impressed with it. If you ask them, one of the things they'll tell you is that they've been impressed by the friendship and the warmth that's been shown toward them already. And while that may sound like a sort of corny answer, I think it's really true. In Honolulu, we had a marvelous reception and welcome from the entire community. And just the day and a half we've been in San Francisco, we felt the same way. They spent all day yesterday traveling sort of around the Stanford, Palo Alto area. We went to a cattle ranch in the morning, and some of them got up on the horses and tried to round up a few cows. We went to the space agency to see the big wind tunnels, and then we went to a magazine to see sort of magazine production. And so that was sort of our full day of sightseeing, because from now on they're going to have to be concerned with their performances and practices and resting. We tried to get it all in at once. But I think the entire day yesterday, they really felt very pleased by the outpouring of hospitality and warmth that was shown to them.
What about the Chinese community throughout the Hawaiian Islands and here in San Francisco, and they're obviously going to encounter Chinese communities elsewhere in the country? What kind of reception do they normally get from their own countrymen?
Very, very warm, very eager to see as much of them, to do as much as possible for them. We, sort of have to try and maintain a balance. I understand here in San Francisco, the first 2 nights are sold out. The audience is almost entirely Chinese. I mean, there's just such a great outpouring of affection and warmth and wanting to be with them as much as possible.
What about political observations on, let's say, U.S.-Chinese détente as it stands at this point, or President Nixon's visit to the Soviet Union? Do they think about those things? Do they discuss them openly?
I think they do. One of their stated purposes in coming here is not only to perform, but the performance is a means of increasing the friendship between the two countries and trying to further the understanding between the two countries. And that is something that they feel very strongly about. It's one of the reasons why when they come here they don't only wish to perform, but to have an opportunity to see as much of America and as much of the American people as possible. So we try and take them around to things that you might not ordinarily expect a performing troupe to want to see, but we will take them to factories and hospitals and schools so that they have a chance to see different aspects of American life and culture.
Do you feel any hostility or resentment toward Americans, or is it just a wide open thing?
No, it's just they come just with sort of their hearts wide open. I mean, I have totally been captivated by this troupe, especially there are 3 young children on it. There's a 10-year-old girl who is just sort of the neatest person I've ever met. She's not afraid of anything. She's just thoroughly charming and outgoing. She's captivated everybody's hearts. And there's 2 little boys, 11 and 12, who are equally as delightful. And the whole rest of the troupe is the same way. I mean, they honestly come here, I think, with a lot of, as the Hawaiians said, a lot of aloha with them, you know, that they've brought here to America. And the response has certainly been the same on the part of the Americans.
Now, there's obviously a great cultural gap here. These people have never been out of China before.
A few of the leaders have, but most of the performers, I don't think any of the performers have ever been out of China before.
What kinds of foods do they eat? Do they have problems adjusting to our diet, perhaps, or to our weather, or whatever?
Well, San Francisco is sort of the transitional point in terms of diet, because while we're in Hawaii, which has such an ethnically mixed population, and there are so many Chinese chefs around, our hotel happened to have a Chinese chef, and we had Chinese food most of the time. Here in San Francisco, we're trying to give them some American food with a slightly Chinese flavor, you know, making sure that there are always things that they like and feel comfortable with. A lot of vegetables, not too overcooked, which Americans tend to do, but sort of crisp, like the Chinese like. Ice cream, they love ice cream. We're giving them a lot of that. And a lot of fresh fruit. They could eat fruit all day long.
They don't have much fruit in China?
Yes, they do. And they love it in China, and they love it here, too.
Okay. I've got what I need, I think. What kind of reception have they received from the Chinese communities in America? No. Okay. Have they made any political observations about this country and also about U.S.-Chinese relations, U.S.-Soviet relations, anything in the way of a political nature? I should do that one over again. Sorry about that. Yeah. Have they made any political observations, perhaps about U.S.-Chinese relations or U.S.-Soviet relations or anything of a political nature?
Okay, can we clear the stage, please, everyone?
You're so welcome.
Okay. What's your reaction to the performance tonight? Anything in particular that impressed you?
No, it all impressed me.
How about the fight scenes, or the boxing and the swords?
It's the timing that's just so. We were just talking about that. The timing is so absolute and so precise that there's no room for error, anything like that. And you just see how much they practice and how they constantly are going over and over and over those things. But they've been doing it for 1,000 years, so they should have it down by now. You know.
What about that little 10-year-old girl?
She was fantastic. She was really something. She was really something. The two little kids out there, the two little boys are really something to see. A lot of discipline.
How about you? What's your reaction?
I really no words to describe it. It's just fantastic. This is something completely out of this world, really.
Now, you're Asian. Have you seen this sort of thing in the Asian community before?
He's been in it 20 years.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. That's beyond me, really.
How about you?
Well, to try to describe it in English words, I just cheapen it. I have to leave it just like it is. Beautiful.
Okay. What is your reaction to the show?
Well, I think it's a marvelous display of theatricals and physical acrobatics, and it's really lovely to see.
Have you seen anything like this before?
Yes, quite a bit. And I've seen the ballet of China, People's Republic of China, and it has a connection, actually, the ballet with the Wushu. It still keeps within a classical schooling, but just very disciplined and very, very interesting for the Western world.
Do you expect American audiences to take well to this sort of thing?
I don't think it's a question of that. I think it's just a great experience to see what they are doing, and I think that's all. I mean, I don't think that it's a question of taking to it. It's so foreign, I think, to a Western audience.
How about you, sir?
I enjoyed it, and to me it's extremely interesting to see a whole civilization coming to life, not just one particular form of martial art. But we're exposed to a mood, and in some ways, I think a little bit frightening.
In what ways?
I was looking at people's faces, for example, and I saw a total lack of humor or love. Sometimes there's some beautiful, beautiful movements.
And sometimes it's almost mechanical and not quite human. I'd say that would be a concern.
Nancy Hurd.
Nancy, hi.
Right. Now, you were as producer of the Kung Fu series.
Well, actually, I'm not the producer.
You're not?
Yeah, I'm the technical director. I was the technical director.
Okay, that's all we need then. That means you know a lot about martial arts, right? And this type of performance.
Oh,
what is your reaction to it?
I think it's fabulous. It's a lifetime devotion. And it shows on stage. That's right. I think everyone involved in the show should see this.
Okay. David, what was your reaction to this show?
I think the reaction is, I'm just one of many, many thousands of people out there. They're just fantastic. Just fantastic.
You're a very special person, though, because you are the technical advisor for Kung Fu. Is that correct? The television series?
Yes. In the Kung Fu series should see this program, and I think they can upgrade the techniques and the total movement. It's a lifetime devotion.
On the other hand, some of the members of this particular company have complimented your series as being the best of the American martial arts series on television.
Well, that's, I guess, because it gives somebody something about not only the violence for the violence sake, it's violence for non-violence sake. So everyone kind of turns off the television and sit back and think about it, rather than busy trying to think what other program they like to see after this one. And
How do you feel about this show? Do you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoy it very much. It's very impressive. It's very powerful.
In what way? What were you particularly impressed by?
Well, with the skill of the people. They're very young, very talented, extremely well coordinated, very capable young people. Very capable people as a whole.
Are you surprised that an American audience seems to be taking so well to this sort of thing?
Oh, no, not at all. Chinese things are very popular now, these days.
How about you? What's your reaction to the show?
Oh, I think it's great.
Anything in particular that you enjoyed?
I just enjoy all of it. It's beautiful.